If you travel to eastern Nevada, you'll find a resort town that also has plenty of history. In tonight's edition of Silver State Sights, KOLO 8 News Now's Ben Deach takes us to West Wendover.
If you head east on I-80 for about 6 hours and get off on the first exit in town, Wendover-Will welcomes you into the small city.
It's a very close-knit, very friendly, nice small town between Salt Lake City and Reno. I really love it here.
Bruce Walter is one of about 5,000 people that lives in what is clearly a casino town.
You have two big major companies. You have the Peppermill Company. They have 3 nice casinos here. And then you have the Wendover Nugget with the Red Garter.
The Peppermill is under the same ownership as the Reno version, and the quality is right there with it.
Most of all, they have poker, a couple of poker casinos.
And if you make the trip to Wendover, you'll want to head just across the Utah border, where you'll find a place with plenty of history.
Prior to the war, Wendover existed only as a railroad town. It only had a population of 103 when the war started.
Landon Wilkie is the curator of the Wendover Historic Airfield, a place that is forever tied to world history.
Late 1944, the 509th Composite Group was activated here. And these are the guys who were actually going to drop the atomic bombs. That was their mission. So they came out here to Wendover in the middle of nowhere so that they could do this training in secret.
If you take the tour of the airfield, you can visit the hangar that once housed the planes that would drop the atomic bombs that ended the Second World War.
This particular hangar had to be constructed just for them. It was finished in early 1945, and this is where they were operating out of. So that includes the Enola Gay, which dropped Little Boy on Hiroshima on August 6th, 1945. It includes the Boxcar, which dropped the second bomb, Fat Man, on Nagasaki 3 days later.
Wilkie says the base once had about 660 buildings, but only about 90 are left. Most of the barracks are still standing, one of which has been restored. The base also has a museum.
So our actual museum building is currently housed in what was the original Officers Club on base. And our centerpiece there is a replica of a Little Boy bomb, which was constructed for us.
The airfield is still home to military training exercises and lands private flights with people heading to the casinos. Well, this is Hangar 3 at the Wendover Historic Airfield. And if you're like me and you're fans of the movie Independence Day, then you might recognize it, as this is where Bill Pullman gave his speech to fire up the troops before the final attack.
This was a perfect place to portray Area 51 just because of our desert environment.
Parts of several other movies were shot at the airfield, including Con Air, from which the jailbird still remains. In Wendover, Ben Deach, KOLO 8 News Now.